A number of us are having problems with making the star in the passenger base, so let's look at how to do that really quickly. It's not as hard, but it has a couple of different wrinkles to it. You'll notice that it only has a few dimensions. This is a location dimension to set where the point of this star is, and there's a location dimension to set the bottom of the star. Notice that the center of the star and the circles are also, this is a vertical alignment here. We have 187 for our side lengths. Notice right here it is vertical. And then we have, and you may not understand this feature because we haven't talked about it a whole lot, but we have 0.605, 605 thousandths, and it's in parentheses. Now when you have it in parentheses, that means it's a reference dimension. It tells you how big it is, but a reference dimension is not supposed to be used to drive any geometry. So let's go ahead and build this really quickly. So I have a basic corner here, so we can throw in the size when we go to do our dimensions. We're going to do that last. Right now, all we're going to do is we're going to throw in a circle, and then let's move that so we can see it. We'll throw in a circle. Doesn't matter what the size is right now. We're going to throw in, click on rectangle, go to polygon, say I want 5. I'm going to throw in a pentagon, and I'm going to go ahead and attach the pentagon to my circle. And then, and you can't see it when you look at this here, but you notice that each of these points are equally spaced around. Right? This is the function of the star, the way the star is. So I'm going to lay in a circle to help us make all these points be on the same diameter. So I'm going to throw in another circle here on the inside. And once again, doesn't really matter how big. And that will define our inside points. So we said when we looked here that the center point is vertical to the end of the star, and that also makes the line here vertical. So let's go ahead and set that in. I can do that with a simple constraint. I'll constrain the center of the circle and this point to be vertical to one another, and so that's set. And then I can lay in my line. So I can set my line, and I can already just go ahead, and I know this one's vertical, so I'm going to go from that point down to the circle, and then I know my next line goes from that point to this point, and so then I can just go around and lay in all of my lines. And you can kind of see it snaps to the middle of the circle or the arc, and that's kind of handy. And we have that. So we need to set the dimension. Now you'll notice I can grab this, right, and it is all going to change. Well, it's going to move around on me because I don't have this defined. But now that I have this, I can go ahead and say, all right, let's lock that down, 50 thousandths up and 200 thousandths over. So let's go ahead and put our dimensions here. So 50 thousandths up to this point, and 200 thousandths over to this point. And that will, I just have these lines floating, so that's why they moved. All right, so I can set these to be part of that. And then once we can grab this, it's not going to want to lock down on me. That's fine, right? And you'll notice like these are moved, right? They're not set, and that's fine. We can go in and make this our 187. All right, so that is the proper size. And then here's the key. We want all these to be the same length, right? So we can go in and say that's equal to that, and that's equal to that. And then once we do that, once we get a few of them in, all right, they're going to be, it's going to drive the geometry for all the rest. All right, if you get an error, it's one you've already clicked on, or it's one that's being locked in by a constraint somewhere else. And then once you have that, then it's all said and done. All right, last thing that you have to do, all right, is you just right click and set this to construction, and then set the rest of them to construction. If you want to right click construction, oops, I didn't change, right click construction, click, right click, construction. All right. If you hold down the control key, you can select multiples, right click, construction, center, right click, or click on it, right click, construction. And I missed one. Click, right click. I don't know what I'm in. Hit escape a couple times. Click that, right click, and construction. And that's how you make the star.